Y'all know I rock with Dragon Ball, right? Y'all see the guys with me? My Saiyans. Hold on, I'm blocking Chunks out, I think. Let me move my fat ass head real quick. Okay, Trunks is just holding the picture. I don't know what's going on. But y'all see the Saiyans behind me? But like I fuck with Invincible too. I haven't watched season 2 yet. I'm probably gonna watch season 2 after this. But like one thing I've always said when I watched season 1, when I seen a Viltrumite or saw Omni-Men do literally anything, was like, this dude is a Saiyan. They're really similar. So let's find out what the difference is. And let's see.
Whether you have watched the critically
Hold up.
acclaimed Dragon Ball
I done fucking sold. Forgot to change my output on my PC. But let's see the difference because there's so many similarities. Obviously, they love the fight. They fight all their lives. Like they train for this shit. But it's like, I want to know more. And I think his name was Chuck. Shout out to Chuck. He made this video called Saiyans versus Viltrumites. So let's watch this bitch. Let me go back.
Whether you have watched the critically acclaimed Dragon Ball Z
Gotta make sure my shit,
or the rip
my
and
sound
tearing
recording.
action of Invincible, it is easy to say that the Saiyans
My
and
fault.
Viltrumites. Whether
Let's
you
get
have watched the critically acclaimed Dragon Ball Z anime
Go.
or the rip and tearing action of Invincible,
I gotta watch season 2 of that.
it is easy to say that the Saiyans and Viltrumites are some of the most powerful alien races in fiction.
Yep.
But how do they
But who's
compare
stronger,
and
bruh?
contrast?
Who y'all think stronger? Saiyans or Viltrumites? Viltrumites. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what happens in Invincible season 2 yet, but Viltrumites seem OP, bruh. Like, at least Saiyans have a weakness with their tail, but like, Goku ain't got no tail no more.
And what were to happen if their capabilities were combined?
But what, like,
Since both
oh my god, if they were combined, I'm sorry for bothering. If they were combined, that'd be the ultimate being, bro. I might rewatch season 1 of Invincible too. It's been a while, so I can get a refresher. I just know Mark got his ass kicked at the
series
end.
deal with planet-conquering warriors that produce incredibly powerful hybrids like Son Gohan, who at some point surpassed his father, Son Goku, by curb-stomping Cell and Buu, and Invincible, who after enduring extremely tough battles, eventually impressed and reached Omni-Man's power. I thought it would be interesting to analyze the anatomy and biology of both species,
Talk to me, Chuck.
strengths, weaknesses, and try to uncover if such a potent combination would cripple the full potential of either race or create something far superior.
That nigga ugly. Get off my screen, bro.
That may well
You
surpass
strong as
even the
shit, but you
gods
ugly as
themselves.
fuck. But
Of
move.
course, there will be some slight spoilers for Invincible and Dragon Ball, so without further ado,
Obviously.
let's dive right into this.
Let's get it. This video was made
Saiyans,
like
referred to
a
as
while ago
monkeys
too,
by
so I don't think
Frieza,
it's
obtained
has
a
any season
terrifying
2.
reputation due to their ability to conquer planets and extinguish most sentient life in the galaxy, to the
Right.
point that the number of mortals were quite rare in the cosmos. At first, the Saiyans were very numerous on their homeworld with 10 times the gravity of Earth, called Planet Vegeta, but only a few of them would rise up to become and eventually surpass the legendary
Super
status
Saiyan.
time and time again. Due to their life energy, Saiyans possess superhuman strength, speed, and flight, and although they don't live much longer than humans, they age much slower and remain in their prime much longer for combat reasons. Thanks to the concept of ki, even the most fodder of the Saiyans were logically capable of destroying countries, continents, and even moons with their energy attacks. Of course, in terms of destructive capacity, the Saiyans like Goku, Vegeta, and Broly will surpass such thresholds time and time again until solar systems, galaxies, universes, and even small multiverses were no longer a boundary. One of the Saiyans' most vital staples that save their ass a lot of times is their Zenkai, which allows them to gain immense boosts
Cheat
of power
code.
during battle or after recovering
Niggas be
from
cheating with them
previous
Zenkai
ages.
boost.
And as such, Saiyans theoretically have no limits or are at least able to break apart walls that seemed out of reach. Although there is no
That's cap. I think they do have limits. They just break them
such
all the time.
multiplier for such an adaptation, and some were disgustingly huge, like in the Tournament of Power. After Son Goku healed up, he obtained a power boost of well over 33 times in attempts to take down the galactic tyrant Frieza. The
Wait, what?
anime and manga
In the what? He did what when he fought Frieza? Hold on.
were after walls that seemed out of reach. Although there is no such multiplier for such an adaptation, and some were disgustingly huge, Like in the Tournament of Power,
Oh.
after Son Goku healed up, he obtained a power boost of well over 33 times in attempts to...
Okay, he is just the way he phrased that. It sounded like he said he killed Frieza at the Tournament of Power. I was like, huh?
The Galactic Tyrant, Frieza.
I just heard it wrong.
The
I was
anime
like,
and manga are inconsistent with
Frieza
this
was on
particular
teams.
feature of the Saiyans, but they have been shown as being able to fight in the outermost part of the Earth's atmosphere, and
Goku
outright
was
being
banging
able to
with
survive in
Beerus,
outer
bruh.
space for limited periods of time, like we saw with Kid Goku, no cap, when he took a rabbit to the moon. For the most
I ain't
part,
gonna
though,
speak
they
on it.
cannot
Why did
do
he
much
say? Why
without
did
a
it sound like that when he said no
breathable
cap?
As proven by Goku hauling ass to find a spaceship before Namek exploded, or by Prince Vegeta succumbing to the cold vacuum of space after Frieza blew up the Earth. And Frieza does that a lot because he's a little bitch.
Hey man, if you can't beat him, blow up the planet. Yeah, that's the meta for damn near every Dragon Ball villain. I can't fight y'all niggas, so I'm just blow your planet up. Fuck it.
Saiyans can become 10 times stronger thanks to the Uzaru/Great Ape state, as long as their tails are intact. Unfortunately, most Saiyans that underwent this transformation lost control and acted out of destructive impulse, literally going apeshit, attacking virtually everything in sight, whether or not they were a friend or a foe. Within the canon, only Vegeta, the prince of all Saiyans who possessed prodigious power that eclipsed even his father's, was able to stay in control under this state.
Real nigga.
Furthermore, Saiyans can greatly amplify their power, durability, and speed by training under several
Remember when Yamcha was in there, bro? Yamcha tried to train in a gravity chamber and almost killed himself.
and even hundreds of times the gravity of Earth, which allowed Goku and Vegeta to quickly surpass the level
That shit was
Saiyans were
funny,
thought
bro.
to
He
be
could not handle
and
it.
that Frieza, the
Poor
emperor of
Yamcha.
the
He was so
universe,
cool in
feared
OG Dragon Ball
extremely.
until TM broke
By
his
focusing
leg.
their energy on their back and channeling intent.
This is some bullshit. The Universe 6 Saiyans, bro. That is the most Mickey Mouse way to get a Super Saiyan. Oh, I feel a tingling in my back. Let me just put all my power in my spine. Like, no, nigga. That is so ass. That shit is stupid.
An insane amount of SLs, being a Mary Sue, and a high enough base power like with the hybrids Goten and Trunks.
Universe
Saiyans can
6
obtain
Saiyans are
the
Mickey as
Super
shit.
Saiyan state, which multiplies their power by 50 times.
Goten's
Goku and the
Super
others
Saiyan was
eventually
Mickey too, I ain't gonna
surpassed
lie.
this form several times. Ascended Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan grades 2 and 3 gave them superior raw power.
My nigga Trunks. Yeah. I'm biased. I don't care.
Of increased muscle mass and decreased speed in the latter's case. However,
They
by
hold him in
training
the
even
super era,
further,
bro.
Once again, these
He's
guys
kinda
literally
weak.
keep getting
They
stronger.
gave him a fucking
Super Saiyan
transformation
grade 4
that
or
really
full
didn't even
power
matter.
Master Super Saiyan
Didn't even
allows
get
a
the job
Saiyan to use
done.
power grander than the normal states.
And I'm
under
talking over this
buffed
'cause I
berries,
know
but
Dragon
with
Ball
heavily
already.
decreased stamina loss. Thanks to Cell's perfect power that temporarily transcended Frieza's, even those states that surpassed the already legendary status were futile. And by training even further, or by experiencing even more anger, like getting walled by Mei for example, a Saiyan can unlock Super Saiyan 2, a form with twice the power of a Super Saiyan, longer spikes, and lightning. But even after Goku had obtained this evolution, he was still not satisfied and kept pushing his limits while he trained in the afterlife. And he was the only character
I
in the
forgot
canon
he
to
used
achieve Super
Kaioken
Saiyan
while in
3
Super
before
Saiyan.
Gotenks.
That's like the
He
only
also
time he
formed
did
to help
that
him
was
go
versus
toe-to-toe with
Pikkon.
Majin Buu,
Hey,
a
shout out to
genocidal pink
Pikkon.
bubblegum that had wiped out entire galaxies.
This
Despite
dude
the
Majin
form
Buu's a
looking
menace,
cool as
bruh.
heck and having tremendous energy levels, it drains
Majin Buu
stamina
really
and
went to the
energy extremely
afterlife
quickly,
to beat up on
even
dead
when you are
people.
dead. How does that make sense? I don't know. Dragon Ball. Eventually, Goku and Vegeta
Yeah, the king of plot holes. Still love the anime, but there's hella plot holes.
obtained divine energy that granted them access to a higher dimensional power in the form of the Red Super Saiyan God and the majestic Super Saiyan Blue, a Super Saiyan God with the power of a Super Saiyan that was originally called Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. You would think that is where their evolution stopped, but no, because Saiyans can surpass their limits and can theoretically keep getting stronger the more they battle. Saitama, eat your heart out, which is further proven by
Don't try to sneak Saitama. He's still washing both of these niggas. I'm sorry. As much as I love Dragon Ball, Saitama's just too OP. I don't know. I don't think there's anybody beating Saitama, bro. Not that I can just think of like that, but like it's nobody in Dragon Ball.
Both Saiyans
I'm
stacking
sorry.
greater power in the form of Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and
Saitama
Super
is just
Saiyan
too
Blue
OP, bro.
Evolution. Although these aren't
That nigga does
specific
not
to
lose.
Saiyans, and theoretically any race with sufficient training and experience can achieve these pseudo-transformations and techniques, Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego were also achieved by the godly Saiyans.
That is
with
true.
Ultra Instinct allowing a being to move and evade most attacks without thinking,
Krillin can
and
get this
Ultra
hoe.
Ego granting greater power the more damage a person takes, which in a way would greatly benefit a Viltrumite. It was because of this tenacity to become the ultimate fighter that helped Goku surpass and defeat prodigious fighters, legendary masters, and even the gods themselves. This
Look at
may
Gregory
be more of a
little ugly
Goku and
ass.
Vegeta thing, I mean they are the main characters, but these two prodigies managed to fight and continuously evolve despite losing a lot of their energy in previous engagements. So even if a Saiyan is running low on fumes, they certainly cannot be unaccounted for. The thing is, the Saiyans, in comparison to Majin Buu, Frieza, or some gods, have inferior stamina, and although they are durable and resilient enough to keep fighting with broken bones and bloody wounds, their bodies cannot endure those levels of trauma for extended periods of time, and they are still susceptible to viruses and lack of oxygen. So,
Goku. Boy died to a heart. Well, in Trunks is talking about him.
how do we remedy
Nigga died
these
to a heart
shortcomings?
virus. That's ass.
Well, that is where the Viltrumite DNA comes in.
Let's
Unlike
get to the
Saiyans,
Viltrumites. Alright.
The Viltrumites were not only conquerors, but they were incredibly intelligent as they
Now, I only know
developed
some of
faster light
this
travel.
for the
They
Viltrumites.
didn't jack it from someone else. Medicinal properties hundreds if not thousands of years beyond what humanity has.
They're basically just Saiyans and Viltrumites are just a bunch of fucking space
Mastered
pirates.
multiple functions of the smart atoms and applied them to their own bodies, allowing
Actually,
them
no,
to
I don't
live
know
and
about
appear
this.
young
Well,
for thousands of years.
I gotta watch season 2.
Becoming stronger.
Trying to see them
the
conquer
older
some
they
shit.
get. Their stamina is ridiculous because we have seen Omni-Man and Invincible travel across galaxies within a few days and fight
Well, y'all got Omni-Man or Goku? Omni-Man or Goku? I can't decide. I gotta watch more Invincible first.
entire armies for hours on end without getting tired. Thanks to their highly efficient anatomy, they can extract more
Bro, they're
oxygen
literally
or other
built different.
vital elements and use it for much longer than one would think, because just one breath can last them for at least 2 weeks. Although a strong
What?
enough Saiyan may have a larger energy or stamina pool, a quote-unquote weaker Viltrumite would theoretically have a more efficient and longer-lasting stamina pool.
Wow.
If necessary, they can add or subtract energy from their surroundings into their own bodies to further increment their already nearly impenetrable hide and the stability of their molecular fortress. If you have seen or read Bleach and are acquainted with the Shinigami's rivals,
Hey!
I guess you could remotely think of this, adaptation to how they can absorb spiritual energy from their environment to
Okay.
craft weapons like
I gotta catch
swords
up on the
or
1,000-Year
bows.
Blood War too.
Like the Saiyans, by training and surviving intense battles,
And,
and there
Bleach.
are a lot, a Viltrumite can become stronger and faster.
Oh my god,
making
the
them
best
a
scene of the
pseudo-Zenkai
of season
in a
1
way,
right here.
Which is how Mark rapidly evolved to the point that even the more experienced Viltrumites had trouble with him, despite having mastered multiple combat styles.
God damn.
It seems that after a Viltrumite gets it on with a human, their offspring inherently have more potential, because just within 20 or so years, Mark was able to match and eventually surpass the power of most pure Viltrumites that had been in combat and trained for several millennia, like Omni-Man and
Damn.
Thrag. One stark difference,
He ain't on
however,
Omni-Man level
is that
yet,
as
though.
a Viltrumite hybrid ages, their Viltrumite DNA eventually starts overriding the other DNA until the being becomes almost a pure Viltrumite. And this is one aspect that we will come back to.
He's a purebred.
Nolan did imply to his son early on that he had reached the pinnacle of his power, but he likely became stronger, at least a little bit, thanks to his body pushing itself in the Viltrumite War, and due to him being able to somewhat impress Thrag in their final encounter, who had previously mocked him and his royal status. However, Mark notably obtained larger boosts because he was still developing and hadn't reached his full potential. But it is fair to say
Oh
that
my
even
god, fuck Amber, bro. She really got mad at this nigga because he didn't want to pull
if
up
an
to a
adult
fucking
Viltrumite
soup
was
kitchen. He had to
able
save the
reach
world. She over here talking about some
through
soup
extreme
kitchen.
circumstances, they can obtain small boosts along the way.
I hate
As
Amber,
explained
bro.
in my Invincible
Fuck
video,
Amber.
which you
All my
should check
homies
out, by
hate
the way.
Amber.
Smart atoms are molecules that resemble
I think that's her
normal
name.
atoms,
I don't even know
but
if that's
can
her
adapt
name. I
and
think it
maintain their
is.
structure under heavy physical trauma and hazardous conditions like near absolute zero temperatures and the scorching heat of stars. for a considerable amount of time. As with pretty much everything, there is a limit to this threshold, but Viltrumites for the most part are more durable than a standard Saiyan's body without ki, because we have seen when a Saiyan, as with pretty much everything, there is a
knock the
limit
wind out
to
of
this
his ass.
threshold, but Viltrumites for the most part are more durable than a standard Saiyan's body without ki, because we have seen
Punch the
when
shit
a
out
Saiyan
of
is not
Mark.
actively using their power, rocks and even bullets can hurt them. Additionally, Viltrumites can travel and react at massively faster than light speeds by adding additional mass to the point at which they are going while decreasing the mass behind them, and they do this automatically. So baseline, like without ki training, an average Viltrumite is more durable and
So far it's looking like Viltrumites
Saiyan.
is washing Saiyans right now.
Of course, if you have seen or read Invincible,
Oh my
you know
god.
that the Viltrumites
Nah, I ain't gonna lie,
are
this is the best scene in season 1. This nigga soloed all of them, bro.
Like it's Mortal Kombat, right? I mean, we have seen Mark fight and choke out Conquest with his guts spilling out, Omni-Man surviving for some time with a hole in his chest, and Thrag fighting Battle Beast for days with multiple heavy wounds and his intestines literally flopping out. Yeah, the Saiyans have a
these
considerable
Viltrumites is
degree of
built different,
resistance
bro.
to fight, despite having critical injuries like we saw with Goku's battle with King Piccolo. But Viltrumites are somewhat superior in the amount of abuse they can take without dying or passing out.
So they can get turned, they can get a whole donut put into them and they can still box. Damn near almost at full. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Viltrumites low-key got it,
And
bro.
can take hits like
They
a
got
champ,
it.
right? But would you expect him to fight as well if his entire body was burned to a crisp, like Mark had to endure? Or fight with his intestines flopping out for days? Probably not. But when it comes to explosive power, technique, and combat, the Saiyans certainly have the edge. Assuming that...
So it's looking like Saiyans are like, can fight harder, but Viltrumites can endure more damage. That's what it's looking like so far. So like, I think Saiyans do more damage and fight harder, and then the Viltrumites can just take it. Pause.
Genetics don't wholly overwrite, or they at least take a long time to overwrite the hybrid Saiyan's DNA.
That's what I'm
What
getting
are
from this
some
so
things
far.
that we could expect from such a fusion? Since a Viltrumite can do more work with less energy, a hybrid would be
Yeah, and they
able
got
to
more
use
stamina,
strenuous
too.
transformations and techniques like the standard Super Saiyan, the Kaioken boost, which multiplies one's power
That
by
brings me
boost.
another thing. Gohan or Invincible. I might have to go with Invincible just because he's the main character. And Gohan's not, even though he's supposed to be. But y'all know how that went. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to go with Invincible.
One's heart, and the heavenly Super Saiyan 3 for longer periods of time.
But
And if they were to
Goku
run out
or
of energy, they could
Omni-Man,
possibly
I
absorb
don't
energy from
know.
their environment to maintain the form far longer. And I mean, if Goku was able to stack the heart-crushing Kaioken with the godly glow of the Super Saiyan Blue,
Oh, he'd be a
dare I
demon.
say that a hybrid would be able to use like a Super Saiyan Blue 3 Kaioken
This is what I be seeing in them Budokai Tenkaichi 3 mods, them Budokai Tenkaichi tag team mods. I be going crazy with Super Saiyan 3 Blue Goku.
20 or whatever.
I wish it was
seeing
real.
The hybrid underwent through the same training. On the other hand, spaceships would find their use to be
Bruh,
lackluster,
Super Saiyan Blue
as a hybrid
3
would be able to casually travel throughout the cosmos with a single gasp of air, and
Would
fight
be
in the vacuum
fire.
of space if their battlefield was to be blown up by a petty bitch like Frieza. Don't get me wrong, it is pretty clear that if Goku or Vegeta really wanted to, they could punch a planet apart or survive being
Damn.
to a star for a considerable amount of time, but that would usually require them to use their ki. Viltrumites, on the other hand, don't need to directly focus their
God.
energy all the time to crack a planet or survive being under hazardous conditions, since their body can do it pretty
Look at all
much
them
automatically.
bodies.
Basically, the hybrid would naturally be able to punch much harder, lift millions of tons, and be more resilient than a Saiyan without ki, if that makes sense.
Look at this nigga's
Overall,
eyes.
the Viltrumite aspects would remedy the Saiyan's inability to fight in space,
Bills.
amplify
No,
the
I'm playing some
efficiency of
nigga
their
bears.
already immense potential and pools of energy, and allow them to get stronger and train for much longer. While the Saiyan's ki and biological aspects would remedy a Viltrumite's weakness to long heat exposure, their inability to fly properly if their eardrums became damaged, but also increase the threshold of their smart atom's limitations and make them far more durable than ever before.
That's a
Combine
weakness.
that with their dual adaptation factors, immunity to most elements, and it is safe to say that a hybrid would theoretically become far more powerful and experienced than the average Saiyan or Viltrumite, and perhaps surpass the pinnacle of both races.
Talking about a hybrid of a Saiyan and a Viltrum. Duh.
But yeah, there you guys go. I know this was a strange topic, but I thought it would be interesting.
No, this is a good video.
Both series deal with hybrids, and because their biology,
yeah, Mark's a hybrid, Gohan's a hybrid.
Enhance their strengths. But yeah, please let me know what you think, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Dragon Ball Z, Invincible, Bleach, and Godzilla content.
Oh, you make
Thanks
Bleach too? Hold on, I have to check you out. That was a cool little video. I still got Saitama watching both of them, but I ain't gonna lie, them Viltrumites. I'm rocking with the Saiyans still, cause they the oh my fault. They the OGs, but like them Viltrumites is low key OP. I'm gonna have to watch some more so I can learn it, like so I can see it for myself, cause I haven't seen season 2 yet. Deadass probably gonna watch it either after this recording or tomorrow. But yeah, that was it. That was it for the Saiyans versus Viltrumite. I ain't gonna lie, Viltrumites got it. I think they can beat Saiyans.